Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm really excited this weekend because Neptune is in the Titans Challenges, and this means I can finally get Neptune and complete my Solar Divine Horse collection. Because once I get Neptune, I will then get Sun, who is the final horse that you get once you've collected all the other solar system divines. If I don't sound all that excited like I usually am, I promise inside I am jumping for joy. I've just been really sick all week and I'm only now kind of getting back to normal. So I'm gonna try to get through this as quickly as possible. But yeah, I am really excited, I promise. So I have 11 Titans challenges to start off with because he is on level 7 of the Titans challenges because of course he is. But I have 11 of these to burn through, and then I have 2 Themis' scales to go through before we end up getting to my passes because it looks like I don't have any Hermes wing staffs this time. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first Titans challenge. Here we go, and it's going to be really slow to load because of course it is. So there's a fertility one on level 1, which we'll get if we get kicked off, which I'm cool with that. We only got 14 fragments, unfortunately. I do believe his fragment drop is on par with some of the other ones, like Mars, for example. It's somewhere between, I think, 9 and like 20 fragments. So like there I got 10. Okay, so this is my third Titans challenge, an Achilles heel. I really like getting Achilles heels because I've been trading them to get Pandora's boxes for my Greyfell, and oh, I got 18 fragments that time. And I've also been trading them to get Medusa's bloods because those have been, well, actually I got a Pandora's box itself right there. I've really needed Pandora's, or well, I need Pandora's boxes, but I've really needed the Medusa's bloods lately to put on horses that I eventually want to get Pegasus golden apple coats for. The last coat release that we had for, I think for October, the October coat release was absolutely huge. I think there were about 14 total 100 use limited edition coats, and I only got, I think I only wanted 11 of them. But there were a few that I needed to put wings on, and I was about out of Medusa's bloods. Okay, so I get Aphrodite's tears 2 levels in a row. Titans challenge, so take it. We'll just take it. 19 fragments for that one. I always struggle with that every time. Do I take the Titans challenge or do I try and move on? Well, I took it that time. 16 fragments. I have enough passes. I think with the fragment drop rate, I believe he maxes out at about 14,000 passes, equivalent to fill the meter. So I have enough to get him. I don't really want to touch my passes, but if I have to, I've got enough to get him. 18 fragments. I think that was my last Titans challenge. It was. So now what we're going to do is use Themis' scales to get more Titans challenges. As usual, we have to give up a Nyx pack to get 3 Titans challenges. Also, as usual, I'm only going to use 1 Themis' scale at a time, just on the very low off chance that I get Neptune within one of these 3 Titans challenges here. So he's definitely not going to be as cheap as, what was the last Solar Divine horse? Pluto. Pluto was the last Solar Divine that I got. He was in the Golden Fleeces, and I got him within 10 fleeces. What was it? Number 8, I think? I think it was my 8th fleece. Okay, I haven't even gotten past level 4 yet. I think that was my last one. Yeah, it was. All right. I have no idea how many Titans challenges I used. I started off with 11, right? And then that'd be 14 with the Themis' scale, plus another one that I won. So what is that, 15 Titans challenges so far? Yeah, that sounds about right. So here's 3 more Titans challenges. I would like him to be cheap. Also, if you guys missed it, Horse did announce, I think it was on Instagram, Twitter. It would have been posted in the spoiler forum too, but Horse is bringing back Black Friday at the end of this month. You can find out more info in the spoiler forum or on their Instagram story. I think it's going to run for 3 days this year, so I have no idea really how it's going to work this year. Okay, so I think yeah, that's it. That was my last Themis scale. Okay, so now we're into our passes here. Last year for Black Friday, it was only 1 day. So Oh, I feel like I should just try and move on because I made it to level 5. Let's just move on. Okay, well, I shouldn't have moved on, but oh well. I know I have enough to get him, but I just kind of I want to get him kind of cheaply, like sort of cheap. 17 fragments. So this is why I don't really like the Titans challenges, just the actual process. Well, okay, we'll take it. Just the actual process of sitting here and clicking through the levels. It just seems like it takes a really long time. 15 fragments. We're at 316 fragments. And yes, for this particular divine, this is pretty expensive. Neptune, I'd have to look at his perk. Is he the one that, what was his perk? I have to check because I can't remember. I can't keep them all straight. Okay, he's the one that earns you 30 passes every 10 days that you log in. So, I mean, that's actually pretty decent. That's at least 60 passes a month. So I'm happy with that. It's more than Venus and which is Saturn, because Venus and Saturn give you 50 passes on every new moon and full moon. I do not remember which one offers the passes on the full moon and which is the new moon, but they're both 50 passes a month. So he gives you more passes than that, and all you have to do is make sure you log in every day, which that's easy. I'm good with that. But yeah, it will take you a while. It will take him a while to pay you back, unfortunately. But I want him to complete the set. All right, we're going to take the staff. I really hate when that happens. It seems like I'm moving through really smoothly, and I think, oh, hey, I'm going to make it to level 7, and then it throws in staff or Titan's Challenge, and then I think maybe I should stop and take it. And I do. And now we got 10 fragments. We're at 444 fragments. I'm probably going to have to max the meter. I kind of figured. Because nothing's easy. Although that last one, Pluto, was easy. Pluto was cheap. None of the other ones were. I had to almost max the meter for all of these other solar divines that I got this year. It has taken me 10 years, I believe. We're going to keep going. I shouldn't have kept going. I think it's taken me 10 years to complete the solar divine set because the first one that I got was either... I think Jupiter was the first one that I got because I got him on his very first release way back in, I believe it was 2010. It might have been 2011. I can't remember. But I did get him during his first release. Ooh, snap. Come on. One more level and I can get 2 golden apples. Oh, but I did get Aphrodite's Tears. That would have been awesome to get Neptune and 2 golden apples. I would have loved that. Because, yeah, last month's coat release really cleared me out of golden apples. That was an expensive coat release. I think I almost had enough golden apples and harmony packs to coat all the horses I wanted to coat. I think I needed to spend passes on 1 golden apple, and that was it. And that's the first time in a long time that I actually had to spend passes on a coat release. Because usually I try to stock up on golden apples and harmony packs ahead of time. This is a disaster. I'm at the 14,000 passes mark. I'm not going to have any passes left for Black Friday. Although I still have a couple of weeks at least to get some more passes. I think I have a horse for sale, a unicorn that has not sold. I'll probably have to decrease the price on it. Do we take it? Let's take it. Okay. We're going to take it. All right. Got another Titans challenge. I don't know. Well... I struggle every time. I struggle with whether or not I should take those Titans challenges or the staffs that it gives me. 9 fragments. This is brutal. I mean, I have to say though, now that I have Neptune and I'm finally going to complete the solar divines, I think my only other like holy grail divine, like one of my most wanted that I don't yet have, is Courageous. He'll most likely be offered. He was offered last year during Black Friday. I wouldn't mind another Jade, but I feel like that would be me getting greedy, and I would really like to get the divines that I really, really want, but I don't yet have, unless Jade is fairly cheap. And at the rate my pass amount is going, Jade's going to need to be really cheap for me to want to get him a second one. He does offer a lot of passes, though, so he's very much worth it. A Titans Challenge. Just oh my goodness, I don't even know anymore. Okay. This is awful. Really, I had to max the meter for almost every single one. I'm just going to move on this time. Nope. For almost every single one of these solars that I've gotten, except for Pluto. He's the only one that I got for very cheap. All the other ones I had to get within about 200. I was about 200 fragments away before getting them. I don't recall offhand. I'd have to look. Did I actually have to max the meter for any of the solar divines, or did I actually get to level 7? But still, even when I got to level 7, I was about 2 to 100 fragments away, so I pretty much almost had to max the meter. Ooh, Harmony Pack. Ooh, Harris Pack. Come on, give me level 7. I want those. Oh, man. That's stuck. I don't know how many Hypnos blankets that I have, but I have a lot. I have 10,000 passes left. Level 5. There's a staff. All right, let's take it. We'll take it. And the 16 fragments, because that's so many. I mean, it's more than 10, but it wasn't 19 like that one was. Okay, well, we're gonna have to max the meter. 891. Anybody keeping count? How many is this been? I'll try and go back through afterwards just to see how much he cost me. I'm just gonna move on. Yeah. Oh, level 7. Oh, when it lags like that, it always gets my hopes up. How many are we at? Too many. Another Titans challenge. We're gonna move on. We shouldn't have moved on. Yeah, this was a disaster. And I don't know, because some of the solar divines that I have, I got them during the original release so long ago that I never recorded how much I spent on them, so I don't know how much the entire solar divine set cost me, but I'm not really too concerned about it. I mean, I am, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm not, I guess. I don't know. It's one of those weird things. This is a sad level 1. That is just so sad. That's not even worth 100 passes, let alone the 200 passes that I just spent on that Titans challenge. 978 bell boots. That's also not worth the 200 passes that I just spent. So we had to max the meter for this one, guys. There we go. We got Neptune. Hallelujah. Did I max the meter? I might have needed one more. You might as well say I maxed the meter. So, yay, I got Neptune, and this will also get me Sun, and it will totally complete my Solar Divine collection. Okay, so I got him. Now, is Sun already in there? Yes! Oh, he is. Yes. And I have not yet worked my Solar Divines because we're going to look at Sun, and that'll, yeah, and then, yeah. So I don't actually have to work Neptune every day, but I don't care. I'm going to work him right now. I don't even have to have him boarded because he just gives you the passes when you log in. So he's going to go into my my lesson divine farm, because these are divines that I can just do lessons or whatever with. I don't have to work them every day. So he'll give me 30 passes every 10 days that I log in, and I do believe this notification, that's to tell me that I have Neptune. It didn't actually give me a notification to tell me that I got Sun. So here's Sun. This is the divine that you get once you have obtained all these solar system horses. He gives you 10 passes every day that another solar system horse gives you some. So I do not have to work him every day, but like Neptune, I am going to board him because I want to and I feel like it. He is gorgeous. I do like him. He is one of my favorite divine designs. I do like him. I think he's amazing. So I actually decided to wait and record me getting the passes from Sun on a different day, which is why you might notice that my pass amount is different, and I think the time at which I'm recording this is different. So let's go and work my Solar Divine horses to get the passes from Sun. Also, you're going to miss my original reaction to getting passes from him because I was under the impression, let me work EO first. I was under the impression, I guess, that you would get passes from Sun every time one of your other solar system divine horses give you passes. And that's not the case. You only get 10 passes from Sun every day, provided one of your solar system horses gave you passes. So you can only get 10 passes from Sun every day. I'm I'm disappointed, but I guess that would be very it'd be a little maybe too profitable, I guess. I'm not saying it would be too generous, but I do think that probably was a little bit of a unrealistic expectation. I mean, that would be a lot of passes to get if like all, because Io and Jupiter give me 10 passes every day anyway. So then Sun would be giving me 20 passes every day. I mean, that's a lot of passes that Sun would end up giving me. So I should get a notification. Yep, I get a notification that says, thanks to Sun, you've won 10 passes. Now let me go back to Io to make sure he placed second in 2 of his competitions. He did not. Normally, I actually check the other horses that have been entered just to be sure that he can beat him, but I just wanted to skip through that real quick. So I'm going to have to go back to make sure that Io actually places second. Now, who do I want? I worked Moon. Let me work Pluto and Mars. These are the only other 2 solar divine horses that I actually have to work daily in order to benefit from their perks. So Pluto did not give me passes today. Mars, I have only added skill points to him once, because the way that Mars works is as you go on supernova rides with him and you add skill points to him, and every time you add, I believe it's 20 skill points, he'll give you 10 passes. And I've pretty much been banking up these skill points, so it's like sort of a pass bank for me. If I ever need passes in an emergency, I know I can add skill points to Mars, and this will give me something like over 700, 800 passes. I don't know. Let me just add 20 skill points to him to get the passes. So he gives me 10 passes, but when we go to Sun's page, we're going to see that Sun did not give me passes. So yeah, I was very much under the impression I would get a lot more passes from him, but I'm still happy with getting 10 passes from him every day. And I'm also happy that I did complete another divine set. This is, I think, only one of 4 divine sets that I've actually completed. The other ones, I know I've completed the reindeer, the love divines, and the Chinese divines. So I'm still really happy. I quite like the Solar Divine set. I think this is my favorite set next to the Gemstone horses, just based on their actual perks and based on their designs. So I really like them. As for Black Friday coming up, my advice is just to stay tuned to horses' social media platforms such as Instagram and Twitter. You don't need accounts on those platforms in order to actually look at their page. Although I think for Instagram, you do need an account to actually look at the stories on Instagram. Or, of course, you can just go to the spoiler forum because players will be reposting that information. We did not test Black Friday on pre-prod last year. I don't think we're going to test it this year. Therefore, testers are likely not going to know how Black Friday is going to work in advance. The only way we're probably going to know is just when Horse tells us. So, nobody's really going to know until Horse lets us know, which they probably will a couple days ahead of time because that's what they did last year. So stay tuned for Black Friday. Good luck for anybody who was trying to get Neptune today. I think Io has definitely not yet been released, and I can't remember if Venus has yet been released, but otherwise, if Venus has not yet been released, those are the only 2 solar divines that have left to be released with this cycle. So good luck, whatever you guys plan on doing, whether it's the divine offer for this weekend or for the Black Friday offers. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to talk to you all soon. Bye.